Yeah, yeah. I know. I know. I ain't give no notice this time around. I did. I did. Ooh. My bad. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It's your man Theo Butler. Hopefully you enjoying your Saturday evening and everything like that. Winding on down, getting ready for your Sunday. Like I said, I wasn't gonna do this. I was done for the day. I done did my little stuff over here and everything like that. I done did my stuff over there in TikTok. I was done. I was done. And then I wake up. Yeah, I was taking a nap. Don't do that. Don't do that. I was taking a nap. I was taking a nap. And I came across this video from I came across this video. And I watched the video. And the video is like, we got to talk about Ironheart. What's going on now? Tell them the video is the video is from Comics Explained. And it said we need to talk about Ironheart. Okay, cool. Pieces. Right? That's what's up. About 15 minutes. We want to, okay, all right. Let me see what you got to say. Okay. Well, first we're gonna talk about the hood. Okay, all right, all right. You like the actor that's playing the hood and everything like that. Feel like the hood in this particular adaptation, that this hood is getting his abilities from Mephisto, as opposed to in the comics, the hood getting his ability from the Dormammu. Okay, cool, no problem, no problem, no problem. And we got Obadiah Stane, Ezekiel Stane's son in there and everything like that right there. He don't want to be a bad guy. He don't, right? Right. And so Riri encourages him. Well, if you don't want to be a bad guy like your dad, don't run from it. Come holler, come work with your girl. Okay, cool, cool. Then we get to Riri Williams. First of all, let me say I like Raw. I do. I like Raw. I like Raw. I want y'all to know that Rob know what Rob know his stuff now. I ain't been act like that now. Comics Explained, Comic Historic. That name is well earned. It is. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. I feel like I got to preface that because this might be a misunderstanding. I feel like I got to preface what I'm about to say because there might be a misunderstanding. We got hold on, we got a sewer in the building. What's going on, the sewer? So he get the Riri Williams. That's a nice enough title video. It says we need to talk about Ironheart. We need to discuss Ironheart. Okay, I'm here for it. Go watch the video. I will put the link, or you can just go to his channel right after this. But see, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. And I'm so glad. Cause see, there's some stuff y'all ain't telling me. It's some stuff y'all ain't telling me, and y'all probably ain't telling me because y'all know I would have went ham. Oh, so the dean want to kick her out of MIT? Wow, that ain't how that went in the comics. The comics, the dean actually hollered at Tony, "Hey, come here, come here, come here." What? I ain't give y'all enough money? No, that ain't what we need to talk. There's a young lady. So you ain't heard of Riri Williams? Like that's what the dean looked at Tony like. So you ain't heard of Riri Williams? Come here. Let me talk to you. Let me talk. Yeah. No, the dean ain't kick her no damn well. The dean said, Tony, she her. And all this damn broke stuff. What the hell she broke for? First of all, I'm not even gonna do that. In the 1999, Wakanda should have sponsored her. Why? Because in the 616, Tony sponsors her. So what's all this? She ain't got no damn money. And Rob has no problem with it. I think it's great. I think it's great because those are real life circumstances. Rob, real life circumstances for who? See, you Comics Explain. This is what I be talking about. He got a nice smile. He's a nice dude. He got a nice sounding voice. He got a nice personality. But he just glazed over the whole criminality aspect. It's a good thing she went back to Chicago. I'm so glad y'all didn't tell me that. I'm so y'all ain't tell me because so she got kicked out of school. Did I say I wasn't no Riri Williams fan? Like, damn, I ain't no Riri Williams fan, but damn, even I know that ain't the damn story, and that's a good story, huh? That ain't. You know what? That ain't Different World. that ain't Different World at all. I don't know what this. I ain't never seen Theo. Theo had what Theo had. I think Theo had dyslexia, and Theo had a learning disorder. No. You got those of us that's gonna defend it. That's our imagery representation. You got those of them that's gonna laugh at it. That's our imagery and our representation. And you got those that's gonna act like when they be on the Band-Aid aisle, like all the damn Band-Aids ain't neutral color. Like, so you don't see it. So you don't see it. So you missed it. I mean, I ain't surprised. You probably would. He probably would be like, I'm this, that, then the third. But you're not woke. You're not woke. You're not woke. You're not woke. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. Now I'm gonna get on the bike. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. I thank y'all for pulling up. This is late notice. We got not tell them in the building, or shorter. Why the long pause? I'm gonna keep up with these notes. Dirt too many. Starting to notice that as much of a huge fan I am of Rob. He knows he can't say what he should say, so he plays the same. Bro, I'm Dirt. I'm leaning in like this. All right. Okay, you give me the hood. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. You gonna talk about Ezekiel Stain? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. We here with Riri. When he said, see, this me writing. Dominique Thorne says, see where we go with this one. Dominique Thorne said Riri has to struggle financially, unlike Tony. Well, why? She ain't struggling in the comics because of Tony. And based on what we got in the MCU, she shouldn't be struggling because of Shorty. So why is she struggling? And why the hell is that another damn constant running thing with our damn heroes that we seem to keep? We can't, oh man, hey, I'm in my feelings. She got to beg for a second chance. She ain't beg for no damn second chance in the comic book. And you know what? It's going to be all us out there talking about, yeah, her story similar. Stop lying. Stop telling us that the same damn story in the comic book. Stop. Let me get back to these notes. Let me get back to these notes. Flash by Night. What's going on, Flash by Night? Devil Dog in the building. Simplified Devil Dog. Simplified. S. Jaddick. Rob told the company line despite knowing his stuff, which is what pisses me off about Rob and why I don't watch his stuff. If you can't say what you need to say, don't say nothing. If you, and I get it. I understand, but if you can't say it, if you can't say what you need to say, or you don't know what to say, don't say nothing. See, I know some stuff y'all might not know. And see, I'm low-key kind of feeling where this is coming from. See, this is what's coming over from TikTok. Rob is caught up in some stuff over there on TikTok. Rob, leave them folks alone. You getting into it with folks that ain't put the time and effort you didn't put into it. Don't do that. There's no reason. Elephants don't swat flies, my guy. Don't do that. Don't. So you felt pressed to validate some stuff. No, this ain't your lane. This ain't your lane. See, I could do you like I did them over there on TikTok, because you didn't say nothing about Falcon and the Winter Soldier either. See, I believe in equal energy. And if I'm going to give the content creators over there on TikTok flag for not throwing flags on the play when they should have, you fall into that category yourself. You didn't say nothing when Captain Marvel came out. You didn't. You ain't say nothing about this whole Njobu thing. You didn't. You didn't. And low key, you kind of, as somebody just said, you kind of like played the middle of the road when it came to recasting T'Challa. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So if you can't say what you need to say about our characters, because there are those of us on duty now. We on duty. We on duty and we gatekeeping. We on duty and we gatekeeping. We on duty and we gatekeeping. And you might be like, well, what does that mean? What that means is the respect gotta be there. You're not gonna be able to misspeak on our characters and just say some stuff and think it. No, quite a few of us follow you and we inboxing one another so you can get fact checked, because there are those of us out there just as knowledgeable as you. The thing is, we're blacker than you. Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's it right there in a nutshell. I don't expect you to care about my characters like I do. I don't expect you to lock in with certain stereotypical tropes like I do. I don't expect you to. I don't. Thus, because you're unable to, well, you clearly you missed the mark on this. I'm waiting on you to say why is she committing crimes. Hell, you ain't even talk. Other folks then told me she done damn near deleted somebody, if not deleted nobody. I ain't heard none of y'all yet say that she out here breaking the law, which ain't got a damn thing to do with her character in the comic books, man. All right, I'm gonna keep up with these notes. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. I saw the 10-second when he said he likes Riri. I was done. Rob wants to get access to MCU and perks. Listen, this video isn't about whether you should like the character. The characters aren't real. I say that all the time. I have my comic book inspired Riri Williams action figure, and I'm very satisfied with that. As a matter of fact, I had to buy it twice because the right leg was fused out the packaging first time around. So I believe in having my representation and my imagery, and Riri Williams is Black representation. That is Black girl magic. The character, contrary to how she's being written, or how the character, the character. He sure does toe the line, but sure, I don't understand why Ironheart suit is Iron Man centric with no connection to Tony Stark. Actually, it's shorter. It's not Iron Man centric, except for the arc reactor. It's bubblegum something centric. Her armor is based off Ryan Coogler's love for that Japanese animation. So it's the only thing Iron Man centric is the arc reactor. Other than that, and I ain't never heard Riri say which would have made sense. Like, if you gonna go, if you gonna do it. It would have made all the sense in the world. Girl, why you? I'm a huge fan of such and such and so and so. Go dive on into it. Go embrace it. If you gonna do it. You gonna do it. So yeah, sure. Other than the arc reactor, it has nothing to do. And that's the other thing. Her character has nothing to do with Tony Stark. See, that's the short-sightedness of people working in a comic book movie company that really aren't familiar with comics. Her character had 2 opportunities to show up where she could have had a relationship with Tony. Let me help you out. She could have showed up in Iron Man 3. Oh, you don't like that one? Too soon? All right. Captain America Civil War. Oh, you don't like that one? Too soon? All right. What about the Spider-Man movie? With Spider and Tony cooking, kicking the Bobo? Yeah. This Riri could have been set up a long time ago. But if we're not setting up Riri because we set up that other young man, where's Iron Lad? Because that's what we did. We set him up to take Tony's place as Iron Lad. He'd been Iron Lad with a whole different behind name, but that's who was set up to succeed Tony Stark. She's not an Iron Man successor, not the way you've gotten her predicated in the MCU. She's associated to Wakanda, but now you want to have Wakanda wash her hands of her. Now she just throw it all over the damn place. Now she's magically enhanced criminal getting kicked out of MIT. Go read these comic books for yourself. Marvel Unlimited is $9.99 for a month. You got, it's safe to say, you out of four groups, only one gonna give you the real. Out of four groups, you only got one that cares enough to give you the real. You got the Proud Boys over here. You got the Glazers over here. And then you got the ABPs over here. He said, Theo, what's the ABPs? Angry Black people. Ain't none of them three gonna give you the real. Then you got us sitting right here in the middle like this, be like, nope. And we don't care what character it is. We gonna tell you the real. What you do with it after that is totally up to you. And you know how we don't care? Because we be like, you can always go fact check us. We don't mind. I see my brother. I thought that was my brother popped up in the building. Let me see. My brother Darryl pop up in the building. Hold on. I'm checking. Matter of fact, let me get with these notes. Top messages. Let me get to all messages. Make sure I get what we got going on here and everything like that. Oh, yeah, she got expelled for hustling and plagiarizing. Y'all know how to went off by 9:50. Why y'all wait till now to tell me that? No folks on TikTok selling out. Why y'all ain't tell me this after y'all watched it? Y'all knew, didn't you? Y'all knew? Y'all like, no, Theo gonna snap. You knew, y'all knew, y'all knew. Y'all knew I was gonna go off. Y'all knew I was gonna, that's why you ain't want to say nothing. Riri is a super genius. S. Jaddix here. Riri is a super genius. How's being a criminal the only way to make money? Is this Dungeons and Dragons where wisdom is her dump stat? No, because we're struggling financially. It could still be, ain't Sam struggling financially? Seem to be the running damn theme around him. Amazing. Criminality and broke. Ooh, I'm going back on in. I come back in and I tell him, and the first thing I come to is you telling me she got expelled for hustling and plagiarizing. Y'all knew I was gonna be pissed, didn't you? Y'all knew I wasn't gonna watch it. You knew I wasn't gonna watch it. You knew I wasn't checking for anybody that had anything to say about it. Y'all knew that. And y'all deliberately withheld this information from me because y'all knew I was gonna lose my cool. Y'all right? Mind you, Rob is, that makes sense. No, don't. You know it don't make no damn sense. It don't make no damn sense from an MCU perspective, and it don't make no damn sense from a comic book perspective. And Big Dog, you know that. You know better, bro. You know better. You know damn good and well Tony fronted her in the comics, and you know based on the way they've been writing it, that should have been Wakanda. Bro, I'm ashamed of you. Best way I can say it. I'm ashamed of you. That take, folks on TikTok say I just learned this word. I didn't. It just applies way more often than we like. That take was disingenuous as hell. What you want to do is defend the show. And that's, you got the ABPs want to defend the show. And that's the damnedest thing out these three groups. It's only two of them that want us to watch this trash. You got the APBs, the angry black people. Then you got the Glazers. They want us to watch it. They do. The Proud Boys, they over there like, I wouldn't even waste my time watching that trash. Now, why they saying it, I'm not agreeing with it. But they over there like, man, no. No, the Proud Boys ain't trying to encourage us to watch it. No, the Proud Boys trying to keep it from doing good for a whole different set of damn reasons. They not justifying what they got going on over here. But because ain't now one of these groups telling the truth. Ain't now one of these damn groups telling the truth. Rob, I'm so ashamed of you. But you know what? That's why I said what I said. That's why me and Daryl, it's real hard for me and Daryl to make friends. It is. Because me and Daryl throwing flags on the play. Me and Daryl was watching this trash go down a long damn time ago. And we wasn't where we at right now. But y'all were, though. Building up your fan bases, building up your fandom, getting paid. Y'all were. Y'all never said anything. It was better to be angry black, glazed, or be deliberately stupid when it came to black characters. Well, that time over with. Sorry, not sorry. Rob, like I said, I'm disappointed. You didn't keep that thing above. You didn't. What you really want to do is you want to defend that damn show. You ain't got to defend it. This ain't your lane. It's some of us that's got real issues with this character's portrayal. We can't help. You too busy looking elsewhere not to care. It's not our problem. But what we're not going to do is have you categorize us as being haters. No, we're not doing that. We're conscious, we're woke, and we can factually point to what's going on. The fact that you choose to look past it, that is completely on you. But just for me and mine, going forward, on behalf of the brothers and sisters that are woke, that are not asleep, that are conscious comic book fans, we would appreciate it very much in the future. You don't speak on our characters at all, other than just to educate folks on what's going on in the comic books. Your comic book reviews. Yeah. You and everybody else like y'all no longer have the right to do that. I'm throwing a flag on that, a review play on it. Y'all have failed. What did Oliver Queen say? You have failed the comic book community, specifically mine. So you don't get to do that no more. Y'all done had enough time. Y'all time in the sun is over with. Ain't no threat. You just not gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. We're gonna get on up out of here. I don't want to mess up nobody's Saturday night. Here we go. Literally, look, you could have had RDJ back as AI like the comics, but right. They didn't want to pay him money to be an AI. Imagine that. But you will pay him to come back as Doom, huh? If she's a genius, build something to sell to a company or government and build your own business. You mean like Tony when he came back? Because Tony just switched up. He said, oh, we ain't doing weapons no more. Let's make something else. No, that ain't what Riri doing. So the black genius can't make no money unless they doing it underhanded, huh? Wow. And we put that out there for the world to see. Can I ask us to just sit back and look at that image for a second? Because what's her IQ level in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? She up there, right? She up there. She up there. She up there. And the only way for a person of that caliber to make money, because I'm just saying, I know kids that's got lawn mowing businesses. I know kids got lemonade stands and everything like that. And they ain't rocking I know kids just play music and make money. So that's it. And it's some black folks out here that don't see nothing wrong with that. I want us to think, first of all, it's impressive as hell her doing what Tony did at such an early age. It's impressive as hell. But the fact that her mind is to resort to that, like she sees that as being her only out. Wow, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. Mind you, ain't our women rocket scientists? Ain't our queens rocket scientists? If we believe in folks being on the moon, aren't our sisters responsible for that? we seen sisters going to school, having jobs at the same damn time, just to put somebody's ass on the damn moon. Here though, right here. This ish right here. This ish right here. This ish right here. This ish right here. Arguably the second smartest person in the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now, next to the leader, cause Tony gone. This what she doing. Yeah, y'all did the right thing not telling me that. Yeah. The sad part about it is, while Rob talking, he's showing video clips. Your video clips ain't helping your case at all. Not when it comes to Riri. Your video clips, your video clips in regards to Riri triggering me. Your video clips in Riri ain't doing nothing but making that person in me. I'm trying to know you. I was triggered. I was. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. Let me see here. From Dirt Too Many, Rob knows his stuff, and for him being a comic book fan saying he loves the show and his only problem is the hood character not being menacing is wild. That's why I said his take is disingenuous as hell. Disingenuous, disappointing, displeasing, disgusting when you think about it. Like, there's all the disses in the world. I'm like, but like I said, this coming from this energy over there on Twitter. I'm gonna say not Twitter, over there on TikTok. Don't do that. Don't do that. Comics Explain and my guy Blurred Without Fear at times just go with the tide instead of pushing against it when they know it's wrong. That's why Daryl and I have our own lane. Low key, that's why Daryl and I are the only two in it. Because Daryl and I don't work for anybody other than Daryl and I. Daryl and I are committed to the culture. School days, 1930, however you want to see it. Me and Daryl are what you would have seen in CB40. We'd have been playing the same character Alan Payne played. We would have been. We'd have had the thing. We'd have had the fist up there and everything like that. And we did the whole. That would have been the whole album. that would have been the whole damn album. You need to know. I looked at that character. I said, "Have y'all not heard me talk about the Drop Squad?" I know y'all that heard me refer to it. Let's see here. Keeping the party rolling. Dirt Too Many. Rob is definitely playing the she's black, so we should support no matter if it's good or bad. He's a fan of Wolverine. Storm has not said one thing about T'Challa and his wife's son. Rob, as much as I love his channel, he's part of the problem. Even Eric Voss on New Rockstars admitted to recasting T'Challa. But Rob, he disappointed me. He just should just do explanation comics. He's amazing at that. Dirt Too Many. While I understand what you just said about Eric Voss is disingenuous as hell. Eric Voss, shortly after Chadwick Boseman passed away, came out and said that it would be shameful if Marvel tried to use his imagery to make money. That was shortly after Chadwick Boseman passed away. Just to do a complete 180, months later, when Marvel said they wasn't going to recast the character, he said it was the respectful thing to do. So I ain't saying, I'm just saying, Voss just turned around recently when everybody was like, oh no, you ain't gonna make no money unless you got T'Challa in it. Folks were starting to apply pressure, started to talk about recast T'Challa for real, and giving laundry lists or reasons why that's when he changed his tune. But no, Rob flip-flop more than a fish out of water. Go back to this here. What question from a shorter? Tony wasn't struggling in the MCU ever, even when he gave control to Pepper. Facts. They never made Tony broke and succeed later like that in the comics. No one is that successful in life. You F up at times. Tony done had millionaires take his money and always had rich people to bail him out. I'm not necessarily sure where you're going with that, but Riri shouldn't be broke. Point blank, period. If we're doing it off the comics, she shouldn't be struggling financially. If we're doing it off the MCU, she shouldn't be struggling financially. Saying anybody trying to justify that is just trying to say black folks are nothing but struggle Bettys, Betty struggles, whatever you want to call it and everything like that. And if folks don't see what did Nate Moore say he wanted Sam to do after Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Didn't he say he wanted him to still have to earn the shield? See, there's too many things out there where folks want this whole narrative about black folks to be struggling and stuff like that. And I get it. We like these superheroes. We want to see them in live action and everything like that. But damn, be discerning. Be damn discerning. Have some type of pride. Like, come on, man. And I guess what it is at the end of the day, one, these are most of these characters that folks act like they know about. They belong to Generation X, baby boomer and silent generation. So we've been effing with these characters for quite some time. That said, damn, you don't want better? Complaining about not being, I ain't never seen people complain so much about being treated a certain type of way, but then settle for that trash. Then get mad and start pissing contests with other folks on social media for it. Are you serious? Professor Film Fan salute. Good evening, Professor. Rob definitely found the TikTok jungle. He did. I'm like, don't come over there being nice. Come over there, have some type of rhythm, charisma, and everything like that, and don't go back and forth. But now you can't do it. You can't. And see, I'm starting to see stuff. Folks know who they can and who they can't F with. And if folks know you being flawed, they can come for you because you ain't keeping it a buck. But when you know what you know, and you let it be known you about that action, oh, they give you a wide berth because they find out the hard way. If what FAFO, you not the one to be played with, not in this lane. That's why I said it's me and Daryl right here. It's us two. It's now we got Kamoyo and the Rock With Me Nation, but influence wise, it's right there. It's uncomfortable around here because you ain't taking the easy road. It's a lot of off terrain around here and everything. Let me keep up with this now. Let's see here. Rob ain't never said anything pro T'Challa. Why would he? Why would he? Why would I expect him to? That ain't his character. I would be surprised if he did. Truth be told, I would be pleasantly surprised if he did. But I can't be disappointed if he don't, because I expect us to speak glowingly of T'Challa. And when we don't, but now, hey, I expect us to speak glowingly of all of our characters. So when we don't, I'm surprised. I'm like, whoa. I would think we would want all of our characters married to one another, but that ain't the truth. So when somebody say, oh no, I don't want this black character with that black character, I'm like, whoa. Because I ain't ever hearing that over there. Like, the only people that's going to be mad about Clark being with Diana are people that want Clark with Lois. And you need to know, DC actually flirted with that idea during the New 52. It was Clark and Diana. And fans were like, we ain't going for that. If you don't hurry up and put Clark back, they had to get rid of that damn Clark just to make it right. Over here, no, I don't want them together. And we're saying with attitude too. I don't want them together. He treated her like trash. She treated him like crap. She sold him down. I'm like, you realize these fictional characters, right? Like, we realize Aurora and T'Challa don't have no say so over what they do, right? Like, we, as real people, do we understand that? Because I don't think we do. I swear some of us think T'Challa and Aurora and the rest of these characters real as hell, because they do something in the comics or on the screen, but I don't like them. You realize that's a fictional character, right? That character too much? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Professor name change. I like the old one. Rob ain't ever said anything pro T'Challa. Now tell him Rob is 100% sleep. I don't even expect him to speak out against what he going on, especially with his on the fence take with recasting T'Challa. Like I said, I'll be trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. But while I might see me and Rob don't see himself in me or us. Thus, he's not empathetic to what we care about. Yeah, you sound nice. You got a nice, soothing voice and everything like that. But and don't be offended, please, Rob. It just it is what it is. I meant no offense, but it's easy because you shouldn't have did the video. You know what? But he ain't the first person today to do a video he should have did. he not the first person. Somebody on TikTok inboxed me a video that they shouldn't have did. Y'all not thinking these videos out before you do them? Y'all just doing them? Y'all need. Rob, I know you don't need the content. I know you don't need the content. But this video right here that you did, it came from a place of hurt. You felt like you got to defend that show. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have to defend Ironheart. Let it do what it's gonna do. That's what I'm doing. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Ironheart. I ain't watching it. I'm talking about y'all content creators and y'all irresponsibility. I'm talking specifically about y'all. I ain't talking about the show because I ain't watching. Let's see here. Now tell him I respect his work. I do as well. Though watch a lot of his video when I need to catch up on some stories I'm not following. Respect. Compartmentalization. I can appreciate that. And I tell him I can appreciate that. Dirt Too Many. Rob is amazing at his explanation on comics, and I listen to his channel at work. Respect as well, Dirt Too Many. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Neither one of y'all have said anything wrong. Flash by Night. I don't think hers has an arc reactor. The current one may be solar. Flash by Night. You see my brother, my fellow Devil Dog dropping that knowledge? That's what I'm talking about right there. See? Knowledge. Come on now. Thank you. Appreciate you, Devil Dog. Salute. Dirk Too Many through the day, but this take on Ironheart, I couldn't finish that video. You know what? Neither could I. When he went to excusing her getting kicked out of school for the stuff that she was doing in school, I said, boy, stop. Because at that point in time, I'm saying to myself, you're doing too much. This is my community. That's a character that represents my community. And that character is supposed to represent the biggest and brightest out of my community. She's a genius. She's a genius. She means something. That whole thing that me and Daryl preach about all the time on our channels, imagery, representation, love, loyalty. Rob couldn't even tell you what the relationship was to her stepfather. He couldn't even remember. It's a comic book. You finna speak on the character. You finna talk about it. Then you need to know what you're talking about. Or don't. Mind you, that's not my character. She's not my favorite character. What she is, though, is she's a representation of my people. Thus, I consider it my responsibility to be knowledgeable, at the very least, about that character. She ain't got to be my favorite character, but I need to have some representation of her in my home. I got daughters. So what are we saying? My daughters, I got 4. What are we saying? One of them smart, because I got one in law school. As a matter of fact, the 2 oldest graduated from college. What are we saying? They got to get invested in some type of criminal activity to be financially successful in life. I find that insulting. Maybe you don't because you ain't me. Maybe you don't because you ain't got daughters. At the very least, black ones. Or if you do, you ain't seeing the blackness in them. Like I said, I'm gatekeeping mine. Y'all that was out there before me and Daryl came around, y'all were irresponsible as hell with our black representation. You didn't say a damn thing about Gabe when Derek Luke played him. See, I go back with it. Way back then, Captain America, the first Avenger, y'all didn't say a damn thing. Y'all thought that movie was cool as hell. Well, some of us didn't. The same one of y'all sitting up here urging me and mine to go buy 1943. Yeah, you ain't thinking about me and mine. You thinking about you and yours. Well, me and mine, we not effing with 1943. Cap ain't got no business showing up with no round shield. That's disrespectful to me and mine as a fan group. That's disrespectful to me and mine as the characters. And that's disrespectful to me and mine as the writer, because Reginald Hutland wrote that damn story, which is crazy because I ain't heard none of y'all say nothing. I'll watch this others though. He's very good. Ain't no shame in that Dirk Too Many. You can compartmentalize. Hell, I can compartmentalize. That's why I'm able to say this video. That video right there. And I hope he gets it. I hope he understands it. I hope somebody sends the video to him as people be sending me other folks' video. I hope that somebody sends him the video and say, hey man, you need to listen. You need to understand. You need to take into consideration the characters you talking about and who they represent and not be so blasé with it. Be better than that if you are Comics Explained, or if you're just explaining comics, just stick explaining comics. Don't explain my characters because you're doing a piss poor job. In the show, she said her dad was a huge fan of Tony's, and that's why she wants to build the suit. That's about it. When it comes to her being linked with Tony, oh yeah, and Zeke, real coincidental. You know what? I wasn't gonna say nothing, but do we know why she calls herself Ironheart? Because it didn't make sense to me till I read it. Oh yeah, you gotta have a heart made out of iron to go through what you've been through. Have they touched on that yet in the MCU? One movie, 3 episodes down, 3 episodes left. They ain't told you yet why she call herself Ironheart. Thank you. The same with Bucky and Sam. Yeah, Iron Man 3 should have had Riri Williams. Yep. Imagine being smarter than Tony Stark and you plagiarize and rob people. I don't. My head hurt too much right now, Doug. I don't. Sam couldn't even get along with Navy Federal and USAA. Him being a VA counselor in Washington, D.C., living in on-base housing, driving a Ford mid-sized car. I know y'all like, damn, Theo, you broke it down like that. You don't see, you don't. We black. No, we're not gonna do that. We sat up there, we looked at Sam. We black. We sit up there. Damn, Sam. You just gonna let this dude keep running by you like this? We black. We black. Sam sitting at the tree. Damn, Sam. You gonna let him see you tired like that, dog? Stand up, bro. Have some type of pride for yourself. Natasha pull up. Sam over there looking thirsty as hell. Like, bro, what is wrong with you? Steve pull up. Hey, man, can you help me with the chick at the front? Whoa. You, no, hell no. We doing too, hell no. We doing too damn much. What black veteran feel like I need Steve Rogers' help for what? If I work, first of all, if I work at the VA counseling office, I ain't dressing like I get my clothes from J.C. Penney's and Sears and Roebuck. You need to understand that first and foremost, or Walmart. That ain't what we doing. If I didn't want to holler at the young lady that work at the front desk, come on now. When? The only person you need to ever hook you up is your homeboy. And that's because he know the girl. But when you a black veteran, and Sam has got to be like an E5, E6, right? So that would mean, really, Sam, you need help from who to get what? All right. Y'all know damn good and well, I ain't lying. Those of us. Us. Hey, I'm trying to get with the young lady that work at the front counter. You think you could put a good word in for me? What's wrong with your talk game? You 30-something years old and you ain't got no talk game? You got to rely on the dude who just got thawed out of ice to hook you up with the young lady at the front counter who been seeing you for months, if not years now. That's why Sam's still single in the MCU. All the way up in the Captain America 4. By the way, which had his girlfriend in it, and ain't nobody talking about the fact that the tall, dark-skinned sister was Sam's ex. But we want to talk. We want to be angry though. Never mind. Let me see. Flash by Night. She is not smarter than Tony. I didn't think she was. Appreciate that clarification. Flash by Night. I didn't think she was. Hustling and plagiarizing. Ain't she smart? Has the writer not read or forgot the narrative written? My bad. You can't see my eyes. Hold on. I don't know what to say. And first of all, my apologies. Top G1. I'm so sorry. Top G1. That's a woman, full-grown woman, and everything like that. So I apologize. I will never make. I felt so sensitive. So just to let everybody know, we've got some great comments. And from the women of the Rock With Me Nation, thank y'all so much. Top G1, Grand Madam Tarot, Nightella, your niece. Thank y'all so much for that. Thank y'all. Like you really have no idea because you've all been fair. You've all been fair. You all been fair in your assessment. And if this is your first time pulling up to the channel, Grand Madam Tarot says she liked it, but even she can find the wrong elements, the criminal elements, the stereotypical elements in the writing of the show. And as she said, if this is what we need to make a show entertaining, palatable for Generation Z to accept, especially when we're talking about our Generation Z, because those are our future leaders, right? If this is what we're saying we need for them to be entertained, godly. And if that's all they're wanting, not even conceiving the idea, the aspect, the possibility of having different type of programming, wow. That's wild. That's wild. The show has faults, but the smarter than Tony trope is made up. Appreciate that. Night Flash by Night, dropping that knowledge again. Riri only, but it shouldn't even be out there like that. Because if they're gonna put it out there like that, it's gonna alienate the comic book fan. And we keep acting like that demographic is not gonna be offended. Yes, they are, and they got a right to be. Write it consistent with the comics, which is what I keep saying. It ain't got to be a one-to-one adaptation. But here's the thing. It's not wrong for, watch what I say here, it's not wrong for European males to be offended by the fact that Carol Danvers showed up as the first Captain Marvel. No differently than it's not wrong for African Americans, specifically African American women, to be upset that Carol Danvers was the first Captain Marvel to show up in the MCU. Both demographics got a right to be hot. Well, she ain't smarter than Tony. She ain't. So why are we putting that out there? Because if we're putting it out there, guess who we finna piss off? That same damn demographic that was pissed off about Carol Danvers showing up as the first Captain Marvel. And once again, they finna have a right to be mad. Unlike us, though, because we're able to call it a buck, keep things a buck. More often than not, those folks that's pissed off, some of them are the Proud Boys. I'm just gonna say that. Some of them are the Proud Boys. Some of them are the Proud Boys. Because they're gonna say DEI and woke. That is gonna tell you everything you need to know. They ain't gonna break it down by writing or nothing like that. They're gonna say DEI and woke. That'll tell you what you need. Them Proud Boys right there. They gonna say racist over here. Them be the angry black people. They gonna tell you to like it regardless right here. Them gonna be the Glazers. These folks over here gonna use terms like DEI and woke. Them the Proud Boys. Let's see here. Riri only struggling financially because she's black, and you got black people out here eating that up and justifying the fact she's a criminal. She even said it in the show. Yeah, I know I'm a criminal. Riri was a bad torch. Thank you, Nightella. Thank you. I'm so glad y'all tell. Riri was a bad torch passing in the comics, and it's even worse in the MCU. At least Kamala is a fan of Carol. Riri don't even like Tony. She liked him in the comics. I mean, she's a fan of his in the comics. I don't even know where that's coming from. I don't know where that's coming from. Like Riri and Tony like this. I don't. So this, I don't. Well, you know what? It's the MCU. This the MCU. this the MCU. Dirt too many. Then those same black people get mad when others bring it up. Yep. Or should, yeah, just like we were introduced to her in Wakanda Forever, hustling a student for completing his work. Apparently, after Wakanda Forever, she just continued to do the same old ish. Thank you. That was the first thing I said. What was our initial introduction to Riri Williams? Now, if you're Riri fans, why did you like that? If you're somebody that cares about black representation, black imagery, why did you like that? If you're a comic book fan, someone who respects source material, why did you like that? How many folks said something? Your very first introduction to her, and folks, okay, she being, because folks like, but that ain't being a criminal. Okay, she's been a thug. She's been a hustler, street hustler, whatever you want. She was cheating, because that's actually something you can get kicked out of school for, doing somebody else's exam. Yeah, you can do that. Why that's what we're doing, and why we okay with that? Mind you, when I'm asking that question, I'm looking at somebody right now on TikTok who has so much to say about folks who has something to say about the writing. You ask the question, why is Riri talking like that? Well, you know what? Maybe you need to brush up on your character development. Riri talking like a street thug. Maybe the white guy or the middle-aged guy that reads comics knows how Riri is supposed to talk, as opposed to how they had her talking in the MCU. Maybe you don't know that. You should, because you're a comic book writer, right? You're a comic book writer. I could ask the question, don't you have a character? Trying to get people to buy the comic book, right? Don't you have a character you created? You take a lot of pride in that character, right? Okay, suppose we get your character, put it live action, and just put a whole bunch of stereotypical black tropes on your character. That work for you? Black man? Black writer? Black creator? That work for you? Then we're going to get somebody like yourself to just yell on social media just to justify the crap we put out in regards to your comic book. Stop glazing for folks. Queen Ramonda died for this brat. I'm not going to call her that. I'm not going to call her that, because what I will say is this. This is the way I will frame it. Y'all deleted Queen Mother Ramonda for this? Like, that's how I'm going to frame it. Like, you felt like you felt like her being deleted would get the actor a Grammy, an Academy Award. That's what you felt. That didn't work. So the character, Queen Mother Ramonda, the way you wrote her character, sacrificing her life for Riri Williams ain't had no change of heart. Also, considering what that was, so shorty, seeing what her mother did for this young lady, didn't feel any type of connection to make sure she didn't feel any type of obligation to make sure that this young lady continue her life to the fullest. I mean, her mom did sacrifice her life for Riri Williams, right? See, that would make sense from a writing perspective. Yeah. I ain't got to be a woman. Yeah, I don't. I just need to know how to write. I ain't got to be a black woman. I just need to know how to write. I ain't got to be a young black woman. I ain't got to be a young person. I just need to know how to write. Right. Pun intended. Now I tell them, you don't need to read Ironheart or any black comic characters with no bad writing. That bad writing is bad writing. You're right about that. Bad writing is bad writing. It either makes sense or it don't. And Shorty forgave him for killing Queen Mother, so I have none of that bad there. Talking about like how T'Challa forgave Zemo? Yeah. So she learned absolutely nothing. This comes from Nightella. So she learned absolutely nothing, as in we did not move the character forward. Thank you. You would think going to Wakanda would inspire her to stay. You mean the place with the most technologically advanced nation on earth? You're absolutely right. To stay in MIT. You think so, because once again, that is the most technologically advanced nation on earth. But here we go. Do right by her peers and herself now. Y'all gonna like this one. Theo, don't do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Am I a Black Panther fan? I said, I asked, am I a Black Panther fan? Do y'all call me the griot. Is that what's called? Alex, for $100,000, I got a better question. Why, considering what she had going on in the first movie, right, why is she not a student at the Wakandan Science Institute, the Wakanda Institute of Science? Why is she not there? Surely someone of her intellect would fare better at the Wakanda Institute of Science as opposed to MIT. Because I like MIT, but MIT ain't the Wakanda Institute of Science. It ain't. See how I did that? Sit right there. Ain't that where we said Sion was working at prior to Black Panther, the first movie? Ain't that where we said Sion was at? Right. So they know it's them. Paid him a whole lot more. The AI would have definitely been cheaper. Damn. That come from Black Panther. And I tell him also she sold the car, should have rebuilt her for money just so she can buy. This why y'all ain't tell me. Like, I'm finding out stuff I ain't know, and I know I would have went ham. So hold on. She sold a car, should have rebuilt her for money. You mean the person with a genius level intellect? Oh my God. Just so she can buy parts to make her suit. You mean the person with the genius level intellect? So Dirk, I'm not even gonna read that. I'm not even gonna read that. That the way you worded it reeks of something. The way you worded it, the way you worded it, because you could have worded it better than that. You didn't. It reeks of something. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Come up with mind control in the cell, but Riri got to steal. Yeah, Peter Parker dumpster dive to get his stuff to tinker with. She was in Wakanda, still had to steal. Yep. If we're being honest, a ton of us love these type of stores. It sucks, but they're feeding a legit market segment. And as Grand Madam Sarah said, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. But now, here's what I would say, and I'm just challenging here. How we know? How we know? Because we ain't offering nothing else. How we know? Like if all you getting is a bologna sandwich, how you know the steak better? And it ain't like, because they not coming to read the comic books. So that thing about black people don't read, that trope is still true. You want to hide something from a black person, put it in the book. So the visual is where we go. We respond to visual, right? We always have as a people. We respond to visual. Well, how we know? Because, and I'm only asking this question because Flash Night, you and I have both lived long enough to have experienced a time when we had both, and there was room for both. I don't want to act like everything was positive. No, we had shows across the spectrum, and we watched them for different reasons. I want to see somebody get their ass whooped. I want somebody finna do some drugs over here. Somebody playing sports over here. Somebody finna dance over here and everything like that. I'm finna get a family reunion show over here, right here. I'm finna get a. When was the last time we even got a holiday movie? We used to get Christmas movies like it was cool. We ain't got them in a minute. And I don't think that's by accident. We went to go see them. I'm not finna act like that. I like South Central. I did. I like Fridays too. But I like The Best Man. Them 3 different damn movies. Okay. Well, right now we're not getting different. So I don't want to say that's all we like. I'm gonna say that's all we've been getting. Tyler Perry, and folks even asked him to change up his writing style, and he said, "No, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing." Are we saying we wouldn't go see and I'm gonna give it up to this dude right here, Michael Jai White. And the reason why I'm giving it up to Michael Jai White, we can feel how we want to feel in regards to his casting and everything like that, because I have noticed a propensity that, but I understand we got to do what we got to do to get the movie made and everything like that. But when you look at his movies, it's a certain genre. It's somebody finna get their ass whooped. They either finna get their ass whooped in a Western, they finna get their ass whooped in a martial arts movie. He's giving us a variety. They finna get their ass whooped in a Prison Break movie. They finna get their ass. Either way, they get their ass whooped. He's giving us a variety of movies. Yes, folks getting their ass whooped. You always rooting for the brother to whoop some ass. You like, come on, bro. Bro gonna go whoop some ass. Matter of fact, when I get off this live, I'm gonna watch Michael Jai White movie. So I'm just saying, I think what it is, and we look at it, we're not controlling the networks. They're putting out what they want us to consume, and they not gonna give us nothing else. So that's all we got. I would have built a clean energy to power up all households. I asked the same question. Even my niece, who I watched the show with because of her, asked the same thing. Why she got to be a criminal is what I said. Can't make this stuff up. They are feeding the market that's not the mass of fans. Then they wonder why no one is watching. They are trying to appease a small part of fans and completely guilt the mass of fans into accepting. That's a fair assessment. The reason why I say that is because ticket sales ain't what they're doing, right? Ain't nobody going to the movies. When folks talked about Ironheart, they talked about Captain America 4 and how well it's doing on streaming service. Well, you got the streaming service, but the streaming service is cheaper than the movie ticket, right? That's not a success. You're supposed to be rewatching Captain America 4 on the streaming service after you paid to go see it in the movie theater. Well, if we think about it, understanding what my brother just said, is that the case? Because the ticket sales ain't that, the viewership numbers ain't that. What we are experiencing is a lot of volume. But is that lot of volume, how can I put this? Do the people on social media that are loud speak for the majority? I got a question with that because the ticket sales, the financial numbers don't match it. I think that's a fair question. They're loud. Yeah, I know what it seemed like, but then Disney is losing money. Disney is losing money, so I don't know. There's a lot to unpack there. I think there's more thought that needs to be given into that. If you know, it's basically watch this to push back against the racists. Cool. I guess black people got to be criminal with a rap sheet before getting successful. Looks down on getting the office job, but then robs people. It kind of the writing. I haven't heard of Boss or going to the new rock star. Yeah. I feel that Theo, he definitely moonwalked back. Yeah. It's the programming. Goodness gracious, let me keep up. You know what? Let me come all the way down. Dirk Tyler doesn't have to change. He has a studio where he can bring in others with different stories. Both could exist if he wanted to. Great point. Great point. And mind you, to flash to my brother's point, changing might not be the thing for you. If this is your lane, stay in your lane. But there's nothing wrong with embracing variety. To his point, if you can't write it, you're not comfortable writing it. We don't want you doing something you're not comfortable doing. Bring in other folks. What's the harm in that? Somebody brought you in at some point, but you know, hey, to each their own. Pride before the fall. He got his own case going on, ironically. Well, whoa, hey. So glad I read stuff before I talk. My brother Kamoyo King is in the building. Can only eat so many crab sandwiches before you get tired of it. And at this age, I'm tired. What we say? I'm tired, boss. I was tired, boss. I was tired. We need more like that. I was trying not to call him by name, but yeah, has a whole studio. He could easily put people on with different story genres, but we get the same thing most of the time. Here's the thing, and I can respect that. Why am I afraid to call his name? I ain't afraid to call his name when I'm speaking about him glowingly. Why he ain't the boogeyman? Why his name can't be called when we provide constructive feedback? And he too old to be sensitive. Like, because you should know what constructive feedback is. Now, you ain't mad when I call your name when I'm putting money in your pockets. You ain't mad when I'm calling your name when I'm rapping or singing your damn song. Well, don't be mad no other time. Hell, here we go. The amount of times I done probably called your name in a positive light overwhelm the amount of times I'm gonna call your name in a constructive light. So just deal with it. You're gonna be all right. Don't be so sensitive. Dirt said, my thumb only have energy. I fall back on my back. You good? Oh, my bad, brother. I'm several drinks on 65-hour work week, eyes tired. See, understand that. So yeah, I think that's about it. Like I said, my Dad, the Bounty Hunter, was an amazing watch for my family and very good Black family series. Like that. I like that. Let me see. Yeah, that's selling the car that her stepdad. Y'all done told me way too many. I didn't watch the show. Did I say that? Y'all done told me way than enough that would have pissed me off. Because I'm not gonna be able to reconcile it. You can't tell me that's the comic book character, because it's not. So you're not gonna force feed me to lock in just because the character Black with that trash behind right. Now I'm not doing that. Then I'm gonna be disappointed at the Glazers because I'm like, man, I got so much respect for you. Like, what you doing? I don't care nothing about the Proud Boys. That's the only group out of this 3 demographic I don't give 2 damns about. I don't care nothing about them. I don't care what they think. I don't care what they say. Because it don't move the needle. But the Glazers and the APBs, the ABBs, the angry Black people, the Glazers and the angry Black people. I'm so disappointed in y'all. I'm so disappointed. I'm gonna get with a note, then I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all may have saved Theo's TV. Bruh. You have no idea. I'm telling you, I'm so glad y'all kept that to yourself. Like, when did it come on? Oh, yeah, I'm just now finding all this out. Y'all did the right thing. Yeah, you know what? Don't nobody else need to say nothing to me about no damn Ironheart TV. Don't say nothing to me. Don't inbox me. Don't hit me up on. And I'm not talking to the Rock With Me Nation because y'all already know. Tell your friends, whosoever. Don't say a damn thing to me about Ironheart. No damn well. Nowhere on no social media. Nothing. Don't say nothing to me. Nothing. Nothing. Just let me go. Because I ain't got to discuss Ironheart no more. I don't. I got the Valor Burst Vanguard sitting right over here. My wife is, thank you so much, baby. Thank you. Thank you. My wife. Y'all, did y'all see the Vanguard? I got stuff. I got stuff I got to be doing. I ain't finna do this no more. I ain't finna do this. I got the hatchback open and everything like that. I got the hatchback open. Yeah, I got the hatchback open. I got my door. I got my doors on the side, and everything like that. I ain't got time. Nope. I got stuff I got to do. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I got to get my driver right and everything like that. Nope. I'm not even doing that. I'm not even doing that. So y'all did the right thing. Y'all did the right thing. Don't tell me nothing else. Don't tell me nothing else. But it's all. But it's 3 more. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. Thank y'all for saving my TV. I really do appreciate it and everything like that. Thank y'all for allowing me, the Rock With Me Nation, to focus on what's important. Y'all was looking out for me. I really appreciate that, man. Thank y'all so much. Y'all knew what really mattered to your boy D. Yeah. So we're gonna get on up out of here and everything like that. Yeah. And whether we agree or not, we can agree to disagree. This is a fictional character, right? And we've been rocking with each other for a minute, right. We know we're gonna agree on most stuff, then we disagree on some stuff, right. Cool. All right. So with that being said, well, now tell him, say, I knew you'd have been triggered, Theo. You need to know the stuff y'all have told me tonight. I'm just gonna say it like this. The reason why I'm glad I'm just now finding this out, because I'd have cussed out everybody on TikTok. Yeah. I'm glad I'm just now finding this out, because I'd have said some more stuff about Rob. I probably wouldn't have been able to, I wouldn't have been practicing the proper decorum. I know I'd have snapped on everybody that called themselves slick talking on. Oh, yeah, you did the right thing. Now tell them thank you. I owe you, big dog. I appreciate that. You knew better. Thank you so much. That said, we out. Let's do this again. We got some pictures. Like we gonna have fun with this. Like the picture taking opportunities. Oh, good Lord, Jesus. When I say we gonna have fun, it's our culture, right? It's our culture, right? And to the baby boomers and the Generation X, right? We remember what we used to do with our vehicles, right? We remember cars ride by with the booming system, right? We know how we used to act, right? We finna have some fun with this puppy right here. So make sure you got your notifications on. In the meantime, in between time, till next time, in memory of the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. Remember, the imagery you get is the imagery representation you settle for. I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.